Welcome to Shekve, everybody, our first tale in Tendra, with sounds from Epidemic Sounds and Tabletop Audio. Hey, you can follow us on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can even find us on Google Podcasts. Please follow and leave a review. Welcome to another episode of Tales of Tendra. My name's Deven Hayes Richards. I'm your story goblin, joined as usual by Alex Madarasz,
purring on recording, apparently.
Kirsten Gray. You didn't say who you are. Wait a second.
I'm Roman.
Kirsten Gray
is watching her poor little sister's dress get even dirtier. As Raina, sorry.
Leon Heimann.
Playing Callio, the only one who has his shit together.
And Maddy, says the head stomper, Maddy Stalnik.
We're on fire tonight, guys.
Hello, and I like warm hugs.
So sweet. Last we left off, you guys found some more gifts in Nyle's shack, made your way out, and found yourselves at Mistwood Marsh, where you have found several dead folk, and Callio decided to stomp a child's head in.
Hey, now,
hey,
you're taking that real out of context. First of all, he's an asshole. Second of all, that's all I got.
Fuck them kids.
Honestly, fuck them kids.
Doesn't matter that it was a homunculi. No, that's irrelevant.
No, he is an asshole.
He beat the shit out of me, guys. I don't like him either.
Hey, you want to stomp his head in? There's probably another one.
Raina's looking now.
With Ella's great survival check rolled at the end of last session, you have unfortunately not found anyone living, but you did find several armored and armed to the teeth homunculi women, also with moss coming out of their noses and mouths.
What sort of equipment would be salvageable?
Salvageable? I don't
Salvageable.
know. Salvage.
Yeah, I would like to
We're
investigate
salvagers.
their person. See if
Go off.
notes or orders or
Salvage.
anything to help us figure out what happened here.
Roman, you're pretty sure you forgot your name.
That was a sick.
Not doing great lately.
Not great either. It all seems rusty and aged. Not a shiny bit left. So as you are walking you find this group of soldiers in the Fisherman's Folly, an inn, one of the only perfectly kept buildings, really. There's small damages from fire, but that's about it. Not mold. It isn't like rotted like the rest of them. It's just a little burned.
Just a little burned.
If there's going to be survivors, they would be in there.
Or the enemy.
How do you know those aren't the same people?
Not
That's
trust
true.
me. We would know. My new magic sword would have told me by now.
Your what?
Oh yeah, Nyle gave me a magic sword. Now I can do this, and I'm like, "Wacha sword!" And then I went, "Wacha sword!" Full on arm in front of me, Wacha sword.
Wait, you got a magic sword, and I got a necklace.
A necklace that makes you look really pretty, though.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
do. You do all notice he does. There's just something about him.
You're just extra dashing now.
Not quite as pretty as me, but very pretty.
Much like how Ella reacted to the coin tricks from Callio and whatnot. Nothing for Romans.
Magic sword, though. It's a magic sword.
It's handy to have. You won't ever lose it.
Yeah.
If they are enemies, is it not our obligation to get rid of them before they hurt people and kidnap more children?
I mean, if you put it like that, yeah, I guess.
Technically.
But
Technically.
actually, what I meant was just like if we're going in there, we should expect hostiles.
Yes.
Yes.
Reasonable.
Would-
By
So Raina should go first.
A picture of the building so we can scope it out. Plan our approach. I'll take that as a flat no.
Are you guys still riding in the carriage?
Yes. We're just shouting at you out the window.
No, you're not in the carriage. You stepped on someone's head.
Yeah,
Oh,
from
right,
the
right.
stoop of the carriage.
He didn't
He,
want to
like,
get his
lifted his
boots
foot.
muddy. He just got prettier.
Exactly. Listen, this necklace has a very tenuous grasp on my attraction, all right?
Oh,
I mean, I
boy.
definitely assumed Raina was still on the horse.
I mean, I rolled shit for my investigation check or survival or whatever
No.
it was. So she was looking for supplies from her horse. But
I was also looking for supplies from inside the cart.
Sorry. So Ella's walking. We have Raina on the horse, and the boys and Frank with the
Doors
carriage.
open on the carriage,
Doors
just yelling out.
Laying it out.
So stealth is off the table.
Yeah, you guys fuck that.
Stealth is never off the table.
You got 4 horses splashing.
Yeah.
Slip
Slip
slashing.
flopping, actually.
Now, on a meta level, I don't think it matters. We've already been seen.
Yeah.
Ella gestures to Raina and then the door.
I shoot the door. If we're going to go in loud, we may as well go in real loud.
What if there are normal people in there?
Well,
They're going to be
hopefully-
terrified of us.
The bolt gets stuck in the door.
I shoot lasers, Deven. I don't have arrows.
You blow up the fucking door.
Hell yeah. And I say, knock, knock.
Nobody says anything.
Why not? That was so polite.
It's either safe or it isn't.
Wow, you really narrowed that down from either safe or it isn't to
And I'll
safe or
hop
it
out
isn't.
of the cart and approach
Because it
the
isn't
door.
safe, because now we're here.
Yeah, you made it not safe, actually.
I am the hazard.
Raina was gonna offer go through the door first, but she's gonna let Roman kind of take the lead on this now. Just like, okay, this is what you want.
Guys, I have a magic sword.
as you
I'm unbeatable
walk
now.
through the door. Inside looks like there was a bit of a brawl. Tables are turned up. There's dead folk everywhere. There's dead homunculi, dead citizens, dead
I'm gonna look back and say,
townsguard.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. That was...
You notice that there is one freshly dead person with a hole in their chest, roughly the same height as where you shot the door.
I'm gonna.
Nice.
Is there a carpet?
Nope.
I'm just gonna cover that body with another body. Just
Uh,
real quick. Like I'm bending over to pick something up and was like, oh, I'll just flip that one over. Just real quick.
Can I
like-
sprint over
You didn't
and
say you went through the door, so if he hides it from you, you won't know it's there. Roll a stealth check, Alex. Or a sleight
Okay.
of hand
as
check,
we
I'm not
come
really
through the
sure.
door?
You see Alex. You
stealth or
see
sleight of hand?
Roman
Which one do you want?
touching the dead folk. You're not really sure what he's doing yet.
What do you want from me?
Sleight of hand.
Follow Ella through the door.
What are
You-
these rolls, brother?
You notice Roman covering someone that has a hole in their chest up with another body. You can do with that what you will.
He was like this
Huddle
when we
on
got here.
over Then why are you covering him up? Peel back the carpet.
You roll the other body over. This guy, this person, like, probably just died. And
What is the odds
they
spare
look
the
tall
dying
enough.
would work?
Yeah. What does it say?
Stabilizes a person from. Yeah.
It's got 0 hit points and becomes stable. If it's still alive.
Yeah,
like, it could just be barely
it's
alive.
definitely been at least 18 seconds.
I mean...
Yeah.
What it roll?
It could have passed some
let's
of its
find
saving
out.
throws.
If it gets a nat 20 and just sits up in front of you, it's
With a hole in its chest? Because I'll shoot it again.
It's not dead.
Yeah! Spare the dying!
I don't know how you're gonna fix the literal head-sized hole in his chest, but go off.
Pack the wound.
With what?
There's
dead people's
there's a
stuff.
hole the size of a skull in his chest, as well as the shrapnel of the door.
Oh my god.
What organs are damaged? We have so many donors around us.
I mean, what
All
if I
of
did
them?
Prayer of Healing, but instead of 6 creatures, I did just him?
Sure. You
Really
watch.
committed on saving this random person.
You watch
God damn.
as
He's
the
gonna stab her.
insides stitch themselves back together, and the ribs snap back into place. The wood
vomit.
chips get flung out.
To
and
puke
the
on
hole
the
in this
body.
person's chest closes. They sit up and
Puke all up on no face.
And Ella, who has her hands on him?
yeah. I really wish you didn't do that.
Oh.
Go on.
If you two could roll me a charisma saving throw, that would be great.
Oh no.
A charisma saving throw.
That's so funny.
Oh no.
15?
Okay.
It's not unreasonable. Oh, no.
14? Okay.
These rolls,
okay.
man. These rolls.
I don't like that whisper of, oh no.
That's all. 14.
You-
This isn't my favorite.
Hey, is there danger now?
Yeah, you get out of that. And as he says that,
Sorry, you're breaking up.
fuck. Once
How does Ella keep doing this? She's like, I'm gonna be
If
helpful.
you make some
Bad
sort of
things.
unknown deal with a warlock now, you're
already
Raina's putting you in a timeout.
She was cursed to begin with. The witch didn't help. It was already meant to be. Whoops. What if it was an innocent person?
it was.
Shouldn't have been standing behind the door all sus like.
They could have been waiting for
Says the
the.
one making a bunch of noise and scaring the shit out of people.
Not to mention, they could have been hiding from the dragon overhead.
That doesn't sound like something anybody would do.
No.
No.
We certainly didn't.
You two disappear.
Oh.
You have been banished.
Oh.
This is really bad. We need to interrupt his concentration because Ella will vanish forever.
Yeah. Ella, you are surrounded by blue ethereal trees in a land that is weirdly familiar. Roman, you find yourself in a tiny paddle boat in the middle of the ocean.
I'm just paddling.
Uh,
Can I still talk to Fantassus while I'm out there?
Oh my god.
No, this is the quietest it's ever been. You don't hear anything.
I still try to talk to him. Does my magic sword still appear?
Nope.
I ain't got no magic.
You are disconnected.
Am I on Earth?
Who knows? You two watch your friends disappear, and the dude on the floor get up and start fucking running.
I
Away
Eldritch
or-
Blast.
Okay.
Get him. Get him.
Ka-chow!
He's not wearing armor, though.
Oh, that's good. Let
And
me
he died from me not rolling for damage, so.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh wow, that hits.
And then I will, I think, click this one. Yeah. Nice. So he needs to make a DC 10 con save.
For the record, that's a 2 force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And a 7 con save.
Welcome back, Chucklefucks.
Got a +1 con save.
Welcome back, Chucklefucks.
Hey, you guys pop back in just in time to watch a hole blow through this guy's chest again as he falls over dead.
I'm going to spin around and shoot him 3 more times.
He's
I want to
very
destroy
dead.
that body.
All right. Everybody relax. First of all, let's maybe wait a few seconds before putting holes through people, Roman. Second of all, that was morally the right thing to do, Ella, but
Practically the wrong thing to do.
I found myself on a boat, Callio.
What?
A little
boat?
tiny paddling boat.
In your guys' head, you hear, "Where the fuck did he go? That was weird. I ain't never had you guys not here before. Damn."
I found a boat. You might have liked it.
I'll tell you what, I didn't like being slightly weaker on this plane, that's for sure. Damn. Don't do that again. It made me feel weird in my tummy.
Maybe
Can you like keep him on this plane? Might be helpful.
Bind me to the plane.
Yeah, I could just do that. Uh-huh. I don't even know what you're asking me to do. That doesn't make no sense.
Create a planar anchor.
Oh, you want to be planar anchored so that you can move I believe it's 20 feet in a circle around said point?
Well, okay, maybe not that. Maybe not that.
Didn't think so.
That's like weirdly specific.
It is.
As soon as Ella would have popped back, Raina is immediately going to like, "Are you good? You good? You good? You're not hurt? You're fine?"
Yes. I don't know where I went.
Actually,
Yes?
not Raina.
Oh, actually,
sorry.
you are hurt.
Ella, can you roll me a wisdom save as well?
Oh no.
I'm good at those though.
Your mind is gone.
Yeah.
23.
Haha.
For the first time since you woke up, while you were being banished, you heard what felt like your god's voice for the first time since waking up on this plane, and then it was immediately gone when you came back.
What did he
sound
say?
like Phantasus?
You heard like keeper in the dreamer tongue, and that was all you got.
Keep her or keep her?
You're not sure.
Okay.
That's cryptic.
So
Nice.
Raina's looking all over her, and Ella's kind of like somewhat dazed. Perhaps upset? Not saying anything for now.
All right, let's just leave. Well, hold on.
Let's search the room.
I was gonna say the inn's probably clear now. Maybe we should just real quick. Raina is not too keen.
No, I am not.
Can you
is
guys
that
all
this-
make a wisdom save, please?
God damn it!
I'm
Well,
Raina
that's
was about to
11.
fly
Alex, you'll
into
have
a
advantage
rage.
because you can't be surprised right now.
Nobody
Ooh.
could be surprised right now.
Oh yeah, none of you can be surprised. We all have advantage.
Thank
Not that
God.
this is a harmful. Oh
That's-
wow, that helped a lot.
Actually made it worse.
I got a 12 total.
God, you guys suck.
I know
I
this
got a
was-
9 total.
Was it a saving throw we were doing? Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
With advantage.
Yes. With advantage.
Wow, we
That's a
You all
hot
take
2.
10 damage
Oh my god.
psychically, and you hear the unpleasant voice of what you must assume is the Bog Witch.
Ah.
And as you hear,
There's a toll to be paid to stay here. This is my place, my protection.
and like a phantasmal version of this decrepit woman appears in front of you, and she gestures at the people that all have like moss coming out of their bodies, and she goes,
And this is the toll if you do not pay. I keep you safe from the dragons and you don't get this.
So it was the Moss people. Also, what kind of witch owns an inn?
She doesn't own the inn, she owns the town.
Uh,
She's protecting the town. She's extorting.
not
the
doing a
town.
very good job at Taiwan.
If I may,
She's doing a great, but she killed them all on purpose
Oh,
because they
Didn't
got
bear.
attacked. They didn't do their rituals that appease her. They all died.
oh mighty bog witch, what's the toll?
is it a blood sacrifice? Because we just did a blood sacrifice.
Are
Yeah.
you leaving? Because if you're leaving, there really isn't one.
We're leaving.
But if you stay 5 more minutes, you're gonna need some blood.
Yeah, I don't really have much more. We're gonna go.
Goodbye.
She says, and that's a promise.
Hell no.
Nope, just a statement of intent. All right.
A non-binding statement of intent, legally non-contractual.
As you guys leave the village and you turn back, the village is rebuilt as it was when you two, when Ella and Raina first passed through. There is no people, at least that you can hear, and you keep going.
This has been a very weird day.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Can we
that
go to
was
bed?
kind of weird.
Oh, that hurt.
I'm tired.
That was almost
I,
half my
I
HP.
feel like we should probably go back there and deal with that later.
We can put a pin in it for now.
Wouldn't recommend it. Oh, go.
You guys can make your way out towards a camp-like area, and you finally have time to read the letter and look over the notes, all that good stuff.
Set up a little camp.
Mhm.
Ella will attempt a tiny fire. Since Tobias is somewhere, and he normally does it, but she's gonna do it.
Oh yeah, Tobias was comatose in the back of the wagon. I'm sure it's fine.
It's not a very
was
good
really
fire.
tired
She's
after the
trying.
So is Cruz.
Cruz has also been like tied to the top of the wagon.
Anyway, you guys have the floor.
We're oh boy.
With the pathetic little fire made, Ella sits down next to it and looks more miserable than normal, but pulls out the letter and kind of holds it up and just waits for everyone.
All right. I'll come down with my 5 little books.
I'm gonna throw some wood on the fire quickly that I just collected off the ground,
Ella does not take offense.
and then prick my finger on a piece of wood and cast Hellish Rebuke on the fire so it gets bigger.
Oh,
Sorry?
I'm
Say
going to
that
prick
again?
myself on the wood so I hurt myself, and then cast Hellish Rebuke on the fire so it gets bigger.
But then you would be casting Hellish Rebuke on yourself because you
It's the
hurt
wood
yourself.
that hurt me. It's the wood that hurt me.
Do guns hurt people?
Theoretically, yes.
There's
The
so
person
many
using the
lot.
gun is the one that killed somebody. The gun is what did the hurting. Actually, it's the bullet that did the hurting. The gun just projectile the object.
In that
Okay,
case,
well, really,
you
didn't
can,
physics
now you
do the
can
hurting?
only cast Hellish Rebuke on weapons. Just so you know.
Those their hands are on fire now.
No, it's not. It's not gonna work.
Ah, fine.
I'll have
Eldritch blasting it won't work. So
I'll have an unseen
Eldritch
servant
blasting it
tending
will
the
not
fire.
Yeah. We're gonna open up the
okay.
letter and unceremoniously and very stoically read the letter out.
You read, "Dear friends, if you have found this, then my suspicions have been correct, and I am no longer with you. That being said, I have gathered these gifts for you that, from what I have heard in the letters, seem like they may help you with your quests in the future. When it comes to what happened to us and whatever these homunculi have decided is important to do, I believe the answers are somewhere within the Empire. Though I have not been able to find the whites that did it, cast the spell on us, was able to find another, and he has said that the man in black needs us for something. Well, I guess now needs you for something. It seems as though the man in black is concerned with the cycle of life and its detachment since the king in the Black Castle has begun his rule. Head north to Plainsong Keep, and further yet to the Empire itself. There's where I think you'll find more answers.
XOXO
Gossip Girl.
Wow, I guess we know where we're going now.
Throws the letter in the fire.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
That was
yeah.
instructions. Everybody remember that. Holy smokes. But it did, in fact, make the fire bigger briefly. So.
All right, we should start heading fast, but we'll have to be careful, more and more careful as we get closer.
As we leave the protection of the forest and enter the wide open plains where anyone can see us.
Yeah, and
Such
we
as mushroom.
march brazenly towards enemy land.
Hell yeah, brother. I mean, the Empire's not enemy land. It's just...
Before we make any plans moving forward, is there anything left behind that still needs tending?
Two things. Criminal Boys, you can roll a history check on the Plainsong Keep.
I was just going to actually ask for that name again. Plainsong Keep.
You two do have your thing, but you're quite sure it's out. You need a whole lot of luck to get what you want out of it. However, your history checks on Plainsong Keep, it is somewhere you have been before. You have a rough knowledge of the why can't I think of the goddamn word?
The layout.
Thank you. The layout of the town. You know a couple of the townsfolk there.
Heck yeah, I do.
I don't know what that word says. Oh, that's because it's a misspelled. Yeah, you have like, there's nothing. You guys didn't like rob anyone here. You passed through on your way to a job. The people are more or less positive, you'd say. You feel they
It's
were
a happy little
kind to you.
town.
You stayed in the inn. They were very kind. The Callio was able to get you guys a discount with his performances, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was kind of a pleasant experience.
I'm gonna relay uh, that to everyone and let them know that it's kind of a nice place. Food's aight, people are decent.
So is this town a week ago.
I mean, did you see it on the way out? It looked pretty normal again. Maybe the witch was making it look bad.
Plainsong Keep is this tiny little keep below Lhasa and the Empire itself. Right
We
here.
are a ways away.
Yeah, it's quite the travel.
Or is that
Quite the travel.
like a week?
Like 13 days, 12
Yeah.
days.
All right.
A fortnight?
Yeah, fortnight, if you will.
Fortnite battle pass.
And Callio dies.
Thank God.
But he dies doing a fortnight dance.
Yeah, he
He
does.
dies wiggling.
Yeah, whatever that one is where they move their arms, their bodies.
Yeah. Whatever that one is called. Yeah, so you guys read the letter. Ella, as you throw the letter into the fire, you feel a pressure in your mind that you have not felt since, like, you felt a little bit when you were banished, and you remember from before you woke up here, but it quickly goes away.
Ella briefly looks more uncomfortable than
You
normal.
guys got books?
I will pass the books to Aladara. You all right?
Read a book. Read a motherfucking
Yes.
book.
These were the ones in the desk.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which one's first?
Well, letter mentions the man in black. Figure that's a good starting
Shuffle
point.
through the books. The titles are all in Elvish, right? She holds them up. Which one says that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's gonna make this complicated. That one there. I'll just like sit over her holder and translate all the Elvish as it comes up.
Okay.
We need to work on our card language cards here, Ella.
Yeah, everyone keeps giving you the books, and you can't read Elvish. Everybody else can.
Shit.
But it's because she's the one who like takes notes and stuff, and is like involved in unraveling the mystery. Otherwise, Tobias.
So, the first bit is something you've read before. The Man in Black is a mysterious and impartial entity that presides over the cycle of life and death, neither inherently good nor evil. The spirit embodies the inevitability and transformation, ensuring the passage of souls from one realm to the next with impartial judgment and wisdom. The Man in Black's presence is both feared and respected. He is often represented as a tall figure that is mostly black smoke. However, his quote unquote face is a porcelain mask with one side being a smile and the other side being a frown. Together, the Man in Black and his subordinate spirits maintain the cosmic balance of life, death, and transformation into the mystical world. While often misunderstood or feared, the Man in Black embodies neutrality and inevitability, ensuring that the cycle of existence continues unabated and with purpose. The subordinate spirits under the Man in Black fulfill crucial roles in guiding souls, as well as the other mentioned areas that he presides over, as well as safeguarding the mysteries of the afterlife. So he usually would do his best to keep what comes after this world out of this world. However, in the notes, as you read, things have not been going so easily. As you know, the homunculi are neither alive nor dead. They do not have souls. Well, actually, I guess you might not have known that, but that is in these notes, that they exist outside of the cycle, and the man in black does not like this. His subordinates, their whole job is to like keep things within the binds of the cycle, and they have no power over these things. Spectre, the Veil Walker, would be the one most likely investigating this. He facilitates communication between the dead and their those who would try to contact them, as well as keeping the dead kind of what's the word, happy, I guess, keeps them from coming back. He does what he can to keep them from staying when they're not supposed to. Offers them solace in times of passing. Whereas Thanatos guides them and kind of holds their hand type of thing in a kind and understanding way. Spectre is more like, sucks to suck. This is what's happening. However, he would kind of embody the mystery as well. So he's like, he'd be the one who probably sent those whites that you encountered. Guess what is roughly in that book?
Close the book. And just me, the player, is trying to remember. So in the letter, Nyle stated the man in black is trying to get the stones to help correct whatever this cycle of life problem is happening.
He's not trying to get the stones. He's trying... So he wants you guys for something. Like your group for something. Not necessarily the stones.
But the whites gave us the stones, and like it's connected somehow. But he may not be looking directly for the bloodstone, but no, because we're associated with them now.
Looks at the others. If the man in black directly opposes this undeath and homunculi, he might be our ally and know what to do with the stones. Right?
That logic would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds likely.
Or he wants to siphon our power for himself so that he can be stronger. But he wants us to get stronger along the way. Can't trust nobody.
Says the dude who's actively trusting a spirit in his brain.
I feel like this is something that the spirit in my brain would tell me also.
Yeah, what's the ghost have to say?
Are you going to trust the god of death or something? Yeah, it was...
He didn't read it.
I read it out loud to him.
He just listened. It was just like,
Um,
And it doesn't always have to have something to say.
he's on the smoke break.
it's hard.
It just doesn't
It's
care
hard to
right
tell
now.
without knowing exactly why or what Nyle wants us to do. What do we want to do? What's our goal?
Well, we're trying to save a missing child
Yeah.
and a wizard.
Yep.
Also, Callio and I learned that, two of our closest friends might actually be bad guys. So I feel like we got a lot of goals going on. Some attainable, some not so attainable.
I mean, like, for me, peak goal. Irreverent of... Nope, that's the wrong word. Irrelevant of its attainability. Like, kill the king. Thoughts?
Wow. That's a really big goal, Callio.
And Callie and Roman in your head, you hear,
Shoot for the stars, buddy.
Like, kill the king in black. That's what you meant, right? It's not like the king.
Yeah,
in
not
black.
like any king.
You're saying you want to
Okay.
essentially
Yeah.
try and take down the evil that is in this world.
Yep. Gotta have big goals to make big waves.
Ella looks at Raina.
Big goals, big moves.
What about you?
I mean, ideally, I think we should try to find out more about what this gem does exactly for us, and I mean, either way, the homunculi and Gregor and his dad are after us. So maybe the more we understand what they do, we can harness that ability better. But we need most likely Osirian for that. And
Probably a guess.
We can assume that they took Osirian where the boy is.
yes, Ulrich, I think you said his name was?
Yes, Ulrich. Which, as far as we know, is on probably a different plane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Fantastos is going to hate that.
You can't go there.
What if we brought you with us?
How you gonna do that?
Fuck if I know. What am I, a scientist or something?
I don't know, but if you want power, you better figure it out.
We got to go find ourselves another wizard friend, gang.
So, Nyle was looking into the stones, and Nyle wants us to go north.
you also have 4 more books to read, just for the record.
Mm-hmm. We do have a lot more reading.
What if one of them says go south, east, and west?
Raina
I
is
like pocket
super,
books.
like...
Are we going to ride our horses through the night?
bedtime material?
Ella's gonna do the reading through the night, because she can just nap during the day.
Smart.
No, you can't read on an empty stomach, and Raina is dishing up stew that she's been cooking this entire time to everybody.
Where'd that come from?
She made a note.
I am cooking.
Said she was cooking.
Yeah.
Learn to read, Roman.
I'll
Not my strong suit.
take my stew and gently play the lute. And then once I've got that, I'll loop it with my unseen servant. So it'll take that, and then I'll start playing the flute over top of it.
Oh, you're
This
a
is for
loop
friends
artist?
who do
I'm a
stuff
loop
forever.
artist.
Nice.
Gonna do my little ditty dance.
Jig.
Yeah. Beside the little tiny fire.
So I will keep watch. I'll read the books overnight, and we'll make plans
Are they
in
in
the morning.
Elvish, though?
Only the like the
Like
titles
footnotes?
and the
Occasional letters. And
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Callio, what you can do is tell me which letters are what. I'll write them down, and then I can just look at the shapes.
You know, absolutely. Give me approximately 60 minutes. The elven alphabet is very long. And I will write out every single elven letter.
On a note.
There's 48.
Hands over her journal. When you open it,
Oh.
it is written in the dreamer language.
Yeah, well, I can't speak that.
There's little pictures drawn in. They're cute little doodles. They're not
Little
super
doodles.
accurate, but they're some look vaguely like you guys. Definitely a lot of
Is it-
Raina and Artemis.
There's doodles of you drowning.
I was going to say,
The
most
ones
of
that look
Callios are him in bad situations.
Are we
The
pretty
most
though?
recent one is definitely of Callio drowning, and there's a pretty lady there.
Nice.
Drowning in the arms of a beautiful woman.
With the, drowning between the ladies,
Yeah. Subtle.
Ella's interpretation of the situation.
Oh, what else is she gonna assume? That's just what she gets from Callio. She's like, "Yep, that tracks." Yep. So take as long as you want with that.
Well, yeah, I'll transcribe the elven alphabet in there.
All right, you do that for Ella. I'll give you. It depends on if you decide to keep up on this during your time away, but you can work towards learning Elvish.
I mean, we've got nearly 2 weeks of horseback travel with
True.
those letters and
several people that speak it.
several people that
Also
speak
true.
it, especially Raina that she's right next to, and some books written in it from Assyrian because she's got her own little encyclopedia and Raina's. Yeah, she'd probably practice.
Well, French
Those
immersion, you will all just start talking in Elvish until you figure it
Yeah,
out.
that's what I was just thinking. I was like, we could all just speak Elvish and you'll figure it out eventually.
I can't believe I'm the only one. I almost had it too.
Almost.
So, no regrets,
But not
only
quite.
self-loathing.
Exactly.
That's how I spend the night.
Okay.
Reading the books.
In
And
that
keeping
case,
watch.
you learn about Bloodstone. Which book do you read first? Fuck it. Well, I'll let you pretend like you have a say in the matter.
What are the title names?
There was Homunculi, Bloodstones, the Whites, the King in Black, and the Man in Black.
Next big one on the agenda was probably going to be Bloodstones.
Okay. You read that bloodstones are made from blood sacrifices. The spirit has to be included in the sacrifices. It takes about 300 people and one spirit to create a quote-unquote perfect bloodstone. It also mentions that this is why there are those black scars. They would well, this would be in the other book, but it references the black scars in the land. There's really just like, other than that, just like uses for it, which is basically heightened spells. It can create homunculi, can be used to create homunculi. Sorry. Bloodstone has to be used with a sacrifice of a dreamer. So far, that's all they know, to create homunculi, or at least to create like a source homunculi, which is basically what his original children would have been. Yeah, that's basically all there is in there. Just like, this basically will give you the opportunity to, like, if there is a use of a spell that you guys see that is stronger than you think it than it should normally be, you'll get the opportunity to like roll a history check, and if you roll well, you'll learn that a bloodstone had to be used, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does it describe what a perfect bloodstone is? Like, what would that entail? Do we get the sense that our 300 people plus a
We're all
spirit
going to
died
assume that I'm
made that
telling you guys
bloodstone?
all of this information on the long trek north.
The roll, and you guys can roll insight checks on the description of the perfect.
I could
bloodstone.
just be reading into it more. Like, it just sounds like there could be the opportunity to make it. Fucking hell! 3 insight. I quit.
I'm gonna roll this, and then I also get to add my proficiency modifier again. So 17 total.
Well, Roman and Ella, you get the sense that before the whites did whatever they did to the bloodstone, it was perfect.
Which is not. How did they get 300 people in that tiny room?
There's a lot of blood.
There was a lot. First of all, there was a lot of blood, and just because that's where it was, that does not mean that's where it was made.
I know.
Yeah,
it's definitely where some dreamer blood was, though.
Mm-hmm. The bloodstone and the dreamer were used for something in there.
Yep. So they did. Something bad happened in that inn.
Mm-hmm.
Real bad happened in that inn. I don't know if we want to go through each of the books one by one right now, or what's the plan?
We can.
Everyone
it's up to
else.
You. I am the game.
Mm-hmm.
Feed me the lore.
Homunculi is next.
All right. You get the homunculi book open. You read what a source homunculi is, which would be basically this homunculi still has their soul. However, anytime they have offspring or get like injured, it says if you have offspring, the offspring you have will be you. Like, it'll just be a clone essentially.
Yeah.
And depending on the way you are, like, have your arm cut off or whatever, depending on the weapon or the magic involved, your body will act essentially as a starfish, and that arm will grow into a homunculi. Only from a source homunculi, though. And you also read that you can destroy like a whole line of homunculi by killing the source.
So if we kill the king or his kids.
Yeah, but that also means that if you were to kill Drogon, yeah, sorry, his source, you would kill Tower, and you would never know if he was good or bad.
It would just kill everybody associated.
Yeah. Same thing with Queen. Well, Queenie's dead, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But you also read that homunculi can be born broken of the hive mind, and they will develop their own personality.
Okay.
That's considered to that, like, to the people he was getting this information from, like, that would be considered a flaw. So most of those they would try to eradicate.
No.
Because
so our friends might not be bad because they're
exactly. And because that's a loose end, right? Like, you also read that he could not find any description or like any sort of written account of what their mother looks like, or if their mother ever existed.
Interesting. So they're like immune from your mama jokes?
Yeah. Apart from that, it's all like stuff you know already. This seems like this was like this where he kept all of it, all of his knowledge, and then like obviously Osirian had different knowledge, which you guys have learned, and they were doing separate investigations, and they didn't know that they were. You get the sense that they weren't investigating together.
Poor teamwork.
So you've read Bloodstones, the Man in Black, and Homunculi. So that leaves the Whites and the King in Black.
We'll do the King in Black.
King in Black, it's pretty empty. It's like I said, he notes that he cannot find any description of the or record of their mother ever existing. There's a lot of theories that like he used parts of his own body to create these kids, and that they were never real in the first place. This is like
Speculation.
Pure speculation.
Just like things that he's heard people say. There is written that he calls himself the King in Black because he intends to like destroy everything that like the Man in Black is for and take his place. Hence why he's creating things outside of his purview and like domain, showing that like his intent is to show that the Man in Black is not worthy of worship because it's a spirit. And you guys, it would not have known this, but it is written in here that the greater spirits like this are as powerful as they are because they are believed in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So if he destroys that belief, the Man in Black will die.
All right.
It does mention that the Man in Black, the King in Black, is a great spellcaster as well as a great warrior. It is said that he killed thousands of spirits with his own hands.
Peachy.
Well.
Oh, and it also mentions those black scars. Those are where they have killed spirits. However, it is also so it was trial runs of building bloodstones. So the first one ever didn't have enough people. It just scarred the ground and like created this amalgamation of bodies, horror film stuff. And that kind of kept going and going and going until they figured out how many they needed, and then they started just sacrificing their citizens.
Oh.
Jeez.
It's noted that the Castle in Black population went from like one of the largest on the continent to nearly non-existent, and it is speculated that that's why he lost the war. It's because he ran out of people.
You
So
kind of
that'll
need
happen
people
when
to
you
fight
start
your
killing them
battles.
all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Natural
rough.
consequence.
Yeah.
Call that natural selection.
My own action.
Fucking losers. So that's the end of that book.
And last but certainly not least, the Whites.
The Whites. So this is actually about the 4 Whites you encountered. This is what he's gathered from the White that he was able to find. The Whites you gathered with, it's all written here, that they broke up the Bloodstone and gave it to you individually so that if you were to continue to gain power, you would be able to harness it easier.
Gotcha.
You guys have read stories about people becoming quote unquote powerful and dying just for no reason, just suddenly becoming violently ill and dying.
That's concerning.
It is generally an accepted theory that too much magic will kill you. And the whites seem to believe that your bodies cannot handle the amount of power or magic that they think you'll need to help the man in black.
Gotcha.
And so they broke up these stones to give you that ability so that you are reading essentially that you are have been selected to as saviors of this world.
Hell yeah, brother.
I was right.
My
We
goal
are meant
ain't
to
looking
help.
so weird now.
We do have to help the man in black.
You
Sorry.
they are your group is referred to as the chosen in this, like, over and over in this white's like monologue essentially. This, for the record, is also the only book not in Nile's writing.
Oh.
This could be written by someone else. It could be written by the white. You are not sure. It also does not match Osirian's writing. You would notice that. So it's not his either. But yeah, this white explains that basically they believe in you and trust you, and the spirits believe that you can do what needs to be done to save what is essentially their father. And in Roman and Callio, in your head, you hear,
Well, I was trying to use this as a bargaining chip, but I guess since you're reading it your damn selves, I don't got that power no more. Damn it.
I feel like you didn't need to admit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I just talk out loud and forget that I can think in your heads without you hearing it.
Hey, you know what? Keep it up, buddy. It makes our lives easier.
Y'all don't fuck up now, I guess. And I'll be back here doing me.
I mean, wouldn't you want the man in black to like fail because he can like get more power potentially as a spirit? You know, so it's not your group,
because he's still the controller of the cycle, and we are also a part of the cycle. So if he goes away, we all will probably close the door on our own beliefs as well.
Hey, don't worry, buddy. We still believe in you.
If you can't die, why would you fear the power of the spirit or praise the power of the spirit?
Reasonable.
That is very valid.
And if he makes the man in black go away, he takes that choice away from everyone as well. Their souls no longer go anywhere. They just cease to exist. And I don't know about you guys, but if your soul just ceased to exist, I don't get to keep it. And that sounds shitty.
I'm glad that's what you're concerned about.
Yeah, it doesn't. Nah, never mind.
Don't make deals without reading the fine print.
Got a point.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but I'm terrible at reading contracts.
Oh, I know.
You just look at this union you made.
You gave so much power to that union. It's crazy.
This fucking guy.
But they love me now.
Gonna get me killed by proxy.
Yeah, the whites. Ironically, the book that says the whites is mostly about you.
Yeah.
It does explain that, like, the lesser spirits in domains consider the greater spirits like their parents, and the greater spirits sort of view them as their children. It's less human than that, but there is like a sense of I gotta make sure this thing's okay type of thing.
That feels reasonable.
So I can essentially tattle on Phantasos.
Yeah, you can do that. And that's exactly why when he realized who you were, he went, uh-oh.
That's fucking hilarious.
No snitching.
Dad,
Snitches get
he's
stitches
acting up
after all.
again.
Aiden cut me in half again.
So as Ella's reading these, she's gonna be transcribing them into her journal in Dreamer, and every time she finishes one, she's gonna burn the book, the original.
Oh, Jesus!
Don't want people following
Okay.
our tracks. And
That's very reasonable.
I've got a copy in a language most people don't know.
I was gonna say everybody here knows Elvish except one person.
Right. So the 5 books will get transcribed into Dreamer in her journal and then burned.
Okay. Yeah, that's all you got from the books?
That was a lot.
It was a lot. Vindication.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Yeah, we're resting.
It is the middle of the night, so most of you are sleeping.
I think at one point, Artemis does repoofs, and we'll just keep Ella company.
Oh, nice. If I finish the books through the night, I will spend the rest of the night working on my other project, just transcribing a different book, but with pictures. It's the spirit book for Callio.
Yes,
I'm making a
Oh,
picture
right,
Callio.
right. Right.
Ella's been working on it in her free time with her not great doodling skills.
That's so funny. Morning will come, and you guys will pack up and head out. Ella, are you gonna attempt to sleep on your
Yes.
during the day? As you fall asleep, gripping Raina tightly around the waist so that you do not fly off to your doom.
And probably actually hums you a little lullaby to kind of get you to sleep.
Cute. For the first time on this plane in your entire time here, you do not hear his voice, but you feel images from Somnus. For those of you who don't know, Somnus is the Dreamweaver. He is the basically the creator of the Dreamer race, and he is the keeper of, well, basically he's what gives you the ability to have dreams, and but not both like your dreams that you have when you go to sleep, but also like your fantasies, your goals, the things that you long for. These are all part of his power. So you feel images and see images of what you did not know, but you kind of get the feeling explained to you is the King in Black and his castle marching on 4 legs of pure stone through the fields that you once played in as a kid. There you see forests of different colors and whatnot. One of which is a blue forest, which you know is dreamers who have not yet been woken up in the material plane. However, when it shows to you blue, it quickly flashes to look like a regular forest. And you get the sense that Somnus is trying to hide the dreamers from the King in Black while you guys figure out how to and when you can get there to save them. And that's why he's been so busy.
No pressure on us there, eh?
He's converting an entire plane to look differently so that his people are safe. And as described earlier, well, not every greater spirit views the lesser spirits as their children. Somnus is notably an exception and always refers to the smaller and less powerful spirits that reside under him as his children. He even calls like the other minor spirits like Ursa's children and whatnot his children, because in his eyes all that can dream are his to protect. And just before you wake up, you again hear Keeper.
Do I tell this time if it's keep her or keep
It's Keep-er.
What's the accent on that? Keep her around?
Keeper? It sounds like a title to you.
Yep.
Ella.
Could the assumption be made from these images that if the King in Black were to be stopped, which would mean the dreamers would be safe, that Ella would be able to return to her plane with other dreamers?
I think that's a dream she could have, but she also would feel like that's a far jump to be made.
It's a tiny hope in the back of her mind that maybe that might be a thing.
Yeah. After all, she's a dreamer.
Cute.
And with that, we will call this episode. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Tales of Tendra. See you next time. Hey, you can follow us on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. You can even find us on Google Podcasts. Please follow and leave a review.
Hello one, hello all. It's Quentin Foote here, Dungeon Master to a very unique live-action fantasy adventure podcast known as The Fables of Latour. Join us every Monday as we explore a completely original world filled with new races, monsters, and magics, all based around the fantasy novel series, The Mighty Vendavar. Since we specialize in long-format storytelling and our entire cast are professional actors and artists, you can excitedly tune in weekly to experience the next chapter of our harrowing saga. We can't wait to meet you in the wilds of Latour.